got a 1987 Bally Hardbody Pinball machine, and I'm going to be stepping through the switch matrix and all of its lights, as well as explaining a little bit about some of the game's features. It was produced in 1987, like I said. Only about 1,500 units were made, and it's a great game. Very, very, very underrated. It's got an upper playfield, or top playfield, with 2 flippers, a bottom playfield, no pop bumpers, no multi-ball, and I think this is probably the game's neatest feature, are the 2 side things called flex saves, where I'll explain them when we get to them. So there are 3 lights out, and I'll explain those, as well as one oddity. I'll be scrolling through the lights using the keypad tester. There's the double bonus light. When it's lit and you hit it, all scoring is double, including all stations. And I guess strategy thing is, as soon as that gets lit, try to get it upstairs, because it's so easy to hit that red one, which turns it off. And there's the red one, the normal scoring and the double scoring. I'll continue scrolling. And what we're going through here is the bonus section, and you increase those by completing 4 targets or 3 targets at each station. Quite a workout. That's the name Hardbody. Okay, here's the first light that's out, and that's called the ramp middle, and that light is right about underneath where the R is. So I'll scroll forward and you'll see what one of those ramp lights looks like. You can see there's the right 2 lamp, and I'll scroll back. That's the light that should be under the R in Hardbody. Got some transistor out on the MPU board. Seems like it blows 1 or 2 every year. Of course, with a game that's 30 years old. I'll continue scrolling. Now, this is an oddity of the game. This is the top hoop, and it's always on, so I don't know why it's in tester. I believe this is the BR top hoop, and then the next one, of course, is going to be the other hoop light. That hoop feature on the upper playfield is actually a really cool feature, and I'll go into that a little bit more later. So here's the mid hoop, and you basically you go through the hoop, and you keep advancing the scoring as you go through the hoop up until your light extra ball. And when an extra ball is lit, you have to knock down not the drop targets, but the targets behind it. So you have to knock them down once, and then you get these lit, and you've got to complete 3 of them to get whatever award is on the back. So we'll continue scrolling. Now this is the left flex save. This is one of the great features of this game. I think Bally also included this in the 1983 game BMX, and I'm surprised nobody has copied this yet. How this works is when the auto flex or flex saves are lit, as soon as you roll over, the rollover switch will activate a metal rail which will prevent the ball from going down the out lane. You essentially don't have any out lanes in this game until you lose the flex save. Then you've got to operate the out lanes with an extra set of flippers on the side of the machine just beneath the flipper buttons. Requires some dexterity and practice, but it's like I said, it's such a neat feature. Don't know why anybody ever copied that feature again. Okay, now we're going to continue to the right flex save, and we'll continue scrolling. Now, to raise the ramps, the ramps are normally closed when the game starts. To raise the ramps, you've got to go in here and hit a rollover switch. That'll raise your ramps. When you raise the ramps, you can then go in the ramps, and it'll start your scoring 50,000 the first time, 100,000, 200,000, then 400,000, and extra ball. Problem is it's not the easiest shot in the world, and then when you do it, you've only got 8 seconds to advance it to the next station. And it's kind of tough, especially when the ball is bouncing around and the slingshots are making the ball fly everywhere. And of course, sometimes it accidentally goes back into the hole where the ramps are lowered. So I'll continue scrolling. We're up at the top playfield, and this is again like we went through the hoop shot. It's going to go from 20, 35, 50K, 65K, 80K, and then when it goes to 100K, it'll light the extra ball in tandem. But since we're going through this with the switch matrix, it won't come on until next. Okay, it's right here. There it is. There it is. Just a little delay there. The transistor needed to heat up. That was funny. Okay, we'll continue scrolling. Now, if you can see that one, that's the upstairs special. That is so difficult to complete, because to get it lit, you've got to complete the blue station or the yellow station downstairs, and you've got 8 seconds to climb up to the top and somehow find a way to getting into that rollover hole. So, like I said, very, very difficult to complete that special. We'll continue scrolling. Okay, this is the inline drop targets, and another cool feature of this game, and it's kind of a difficult shot. I can hit it maybe 1 out of 3 times, 1 out of 4 times with a right flipper hold through this little hole. Knock down the first drop target, you get 25,000. Knock down the second drop target, you get 30,000. Knock down the third, you get 35,000, and then your extra ball gets lit for 50,000. But like I said, a very difficult shot here. It's actually easier with the left flipper. You've got to trap it and then let it go for maybe a tenth to a half of a second, and then fit it up into that hole. Okay, I'll continue scrolling. Okay, this is the third light that's out. I don't know why this one's never worked. I changed the transistor. Transistor's good. I haven't quite figured it out, but it might be one of the chips. It's located right here, and you'll be able to see where the other one is located when we get past to the yellow station down here. And the odd thing about this game is none of the brights are really that bright. You can see we're on the bright green up at top of station 2, and it's just not that bright. Now we're down here at station 4, the yellow abdominals, and it's called bright yellow, but pretty darn faint. And I think it goes off like that once you've completed this station. There's a bright ramp left 1, and the next one's going to be out. It's the third light that's out. It's the bright ramp left 2, and that is just underneath the A. It's the bright top lane. It's underneath that thing that looks like a water droplet. And we're back to the starting light. So I hope you've enjoyed that walkthrough. If you can find one of these, they're usually found. You can usually get them on the cheaps, but it's a great game, way underrated, and actually one of my favorite in my collection. So hope you enjoyed watching that. Thanks for watching.